Hello everybody, this is my first mobile live stream and a lot of people have been telling that I should do this, and I'm trying this now just sitting outside. I just have one microphone here attached to my cell phone and I don't know if this works at all, so we will see. I even don't know if I have Wi-Fi enough here to live stream, so this is really a test. So if you tune in now, if you see this later just as a regular video, hope you will forgive me for some elements that happen, because I'm really totally unprepared, even not knowing if your chat is showing up on screen or not. Actually, hi Rukutaki Forte, great to have you here, and thank you for just writing something so that I know that some people that this live stream receives some is getting through to some people. So I'm actually seeing in the top corner now that 7 people are following, which is actually great and unbelievable for a live stream that I haven't been announcing. So tonight, you know, it's Thursday now, I will be playing live for you Bach's Waltempete Clavier number, I have to think, number 4 and 5, so the C sharp minor, and the hi Liam Carlson, great to have you here. So another Bach piece, number 5. That's the D major, I think. So that's for tonight. Hope you join me. It's recording live, the 2 pieces by Bach, and they will be uploaded next Tuesday and the Tuesday after. So I was thinking just for this first live stream to go with you in a little bit in detail about a book that I bought recently. Okay, I was having a live. Okay, Sangchit. Good day, Wim, he writes, the quality is surprisingly solid. There's indeed a live chat on the mobile app. Yeah, I know, but I was a little bit hesitating to use that because it's new. Also for me, I've been doing a lot of live streams, but see if here's a chat again. Hi Kostas, yeah, I've had a haircut today. So I guess I will be reading your chat. I will be able to read your chat while I'm... hi Nikos. How is the course going? Hope it's well. So I hope if I change the camera towards the book here on table, that still everything is working. And I'm seeing your chat. So where is the... here is the button. So there you have, hopefully now, that's a picture of my garden. It's child free now, but it don't... I guess it wouldn't stay, it will not stay for long, because I think Evelyn can come out every minute, but that's the nature of these live streams. Liam is writing, Wim, I live in the US and hey, your chat is disappearing. I want it back. Where it is? Push this button. Let me see how there is a chat again. I live in the US and you are the first person I think to correctly pronounce my last name. Thanks, you're welcome. And then is Kim. It's again disappearing, the live stream, the chat. Let's see if I can... just pushing some buttons here now. Hi chat, that's not what we want. Anyway, I'll see how it goes. I guess I have to practice. So here's the book, and this is typically one of those things that I thought might be good to share with you with a live stream, because this is typically kind of a book that I bought with, but to make a regular video on that, it's maybe a little bit overkill. But I want to share with you about this Mr. Frits Rotschild, that they came... the chat is again hidden. I push another button. I'm sorry if this looks a little bit clumsy, but it's for me new. My connection is not very good now, I see. No. A kind of pity. Let's see. No, chat is hidden and it's no possibility for me to bring it back. Let's see if I switch to my first camera position, if then... no, nothing. But anyway, then I keep talking about this book and I will check it out for next time. So Frits Rotschild was a name that I came across. You see this book, a handbook to the performance of the 48 preludes and fugues of Bach according to the rules of the old tradition, and that's really something interesting. I came up with the name came across the name of Rotschild a few months ago when I was looking to search for some information on the Wohltemperiertes Klavier, some studies that I could find published on internet. And since almost everything is published on internet, that's the main source for many people to go through in the first place to see if they have missed something. And here came a name of Rotschild in a study that I don't have at hand, so thank you live stream, that's something I have to learn. I have no computer now, but a study on the Wohltemperiertes Klavier published in 1969, and there was a name of Rotschild mentioned, and what the guy was describing from Rotschild was to me really mind-blowing. So basically Rotschild was giving an overview of what he believed was a kind of secret notation system in the Baroque, not secret to those people, but secret to us, our generation, and basically the same things that I have been telling to you a lot about note values and harmony densities. Actually, Rotschild is focusing more on the note values only. And so I ordered that book, but this is a wrong one. This is the next one. So this is a very thin book about just on the Wohltemperiertes Klavier. And you can see that he is going through all the pieces. He gives a kind of a weird analysis, and then based upon a system that he describes in his extensive book, he comes to a kind of tempo indication. He discusses also other authors, 19th century authors, and with the metronome numbers they gave. Obviously there is no sign of double beat, single beat here. That's way before that. The book is published in the 50s. Can you imagine, so long ago? And what was surprising to me, that it was first mind-blowing, and I changed the camera here to my face. It was mind-blowing to me to see that a guy in the 50s came up with something that we have been discussing now recently, and that his theory was rejected very severe. I mean, in a way, even that the publisher of his book in New York was receiving really letters, and my neighbors are coming out, so there's something that happens during the live stream, so that his publisher was receiving even letters of musicians and of influencers to get the book out of print, to really take it back. And obviously the publisher did not do that, and they published the second book. And to see in '69 a study on the Wohltemperiertes Klavier that so fiercely actually also rejected what Rotschild was writing about, which so much made sense to me. I mean, it's incomplete, and as I understood is real book, so the first book that I have to buy and find is kind of incomplete as well, but it contains some elements that we still can do. So my stream was away, and I see that I can catch up with that inside, which is great. I have to figure out how this works outside, and normally my phone has enough data connection to go live from everywhere. Now I have different buttons here. Okay, I'm not touching anything anymore. Well, I have touched on the button and I can't get rid of it. So now I can read your chat again. So just saying in '69, and then '69, this study on the Wohltemperiertes Klavier, which gave an overview of some by back then recent studies, also 9th century studies, said actually basically that the book of Rotschild, the guy gave a summary of what it was, and then say, well, this has been rejected so often and so much that I'm not going to discuss it anymore. Then he continued the study, and I will make a video on that separately. This is just a test for live stream, you know. But then he continued by giving all the other studies that he was incorporating, and those were, not giving any useful information at all, just based on, I mean, useful in a sense, factual based. You can have an interpretation by a player, which is great, but it doesn't add something if you want to discuss historical sources. And so the only source, the only recent study, this of Rotschild, in my mind, was really worth talking about, that was not given in that study. So of course I bought the book, and I was thinking, that's still a little bit the situation we are sometimes here in today. You can do research, but if you step too much outside, I've witnessed it myself, then it is dangerous. So dangerous not, but it becomes a little bit uncomfortable to some people. Anyway, the book of Rotschild, I'm going to try to find the original 1955, so the first volume of this series, and have it discussed with you, of course. What else would you have taught me to do? So this was a first test of the live stream mobile app on functionality on YouTube. So if you watch this as a regular video, I apologize for the things that went wrong. I have to figure out a lot of things here on the mobile. Even going back to your chat, that's something that I will try now, because it's stupid that it disappears all the time. And here it is again. So Shangit writes, letters to publisher must have meant quite a rejection. Yeah. Actually, if you see the preface of the German translation, the book was translated afterwards in German, and accidentally, just by coincidence, I had contact with Lorenz Guardian. You know, that's the person I'm working with on the tempo studies. He just bought the book, the same thing, so simultaneously, but in German. So there is a German translation. And in that translation, the preface was giving actually the history of the several attempts to take the book out of print, and that's something that is weird, because why would you do that? I mean, it's not a kind of political system, it's just from formulating ideas. So, and the chat is disappearing constantly, so well, I'm going to finish this first live stream and thinking about how to implement this a little bit more in the channel, because there are a lot of things that can be talked about just randomly without the need of me having to edit the videos, which takes a lot of time, which I don't mind, but prevents me from giving you small details or certain details like this book of Frits Rotschild. So that certainly is going to serve for another video, a regular one. So you will see me a little bit more perhaps on live mobile. If you want to see me on regular live tonight, Thursday, that's the recording of the Bach Preludes and Fugues number 4 and 5 again. And if this is your first time here on Authentic Sound, you just happen to find the notification by YouTube somewhere, I'd love to have you join our small community by hitting the subscribe button. And there is a bell icon next to that subscription button, which might be the most important button of all, because that will enable notifications that notify you when I'm going live of having a regular video, so you stay on top of everything we do. 5 o'clock, that's the last thing I'm saying. There is, I think, an interesting video on CPE Bach in Pieces, where Bach is talking, and I'm reading that and reflecting on that, on the signification of the term keyboard. And he actually is describing for what purposes he used the harpsichord and the clavichord, and that's something really interesting. So, yeah, Ivan Philippi writes, the stream was a little slow to load. I can imagine. I got some messages that the stream was not, my Wi-Fi connection was not strong enough, but I will have to figure out how to improve that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Big thumbs up for you here, the first pioneers on Authentic Sound Mobile Live. We'll do this more often, and I hope to see you guys back tonight in the live stream for the recording of the Bach pieces. See you then. Bye.